Hello YouTube, Tootie. We missed a week. I think it's going to be worth it. Hold on to your britches, bitches. We're going in.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
Settle down, get a brew, get a beer, get a pork pie, whatever you like. It's going to be a long one, and it's going to be defining in more than one way. Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome back. It is pissing it down at the minute, so I do apologise. It is rain that you can hear. There is a bit of a glow there because it's fucking freezing. 16 degrees. So I've had to put the fire on to some degree because otherwise I'll freeze my balls off in here. This is going to be a bit of a stonker. I've got some absolute fucking belters to show you. I've got a gift, I've got a Christmas present. I've got another unboxing to do live, and I say I've got some absolute some cracking CX buys as well. So yeah, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Oh. A quick top up before we start. Hope we're all well. Was it about a week? Was it a week today, Christmas? I think it might be a week today, Christmas. I don't know, actually 2 weeks today. 2 weeks today, I think. I don't know, was it the 16th? 2 weeks, whatever it is. Next week. Who cares? It's not Saturday anyway, it's not on Saturday, it's on a Monday, isn't it? Yeah, so it'll be a week Monday. There's one more Saturday left, that's it, one more Saturday shop left. I don't know. And I doubt I'll be on. I might do. I'll probably be on after, or maybe just before, I don't know. We'll see, there's a lot going on, put it that way. A lot of stuff still to come, etc, etc. Anyway, that's for another video. This is this video. I'm gonna add a bit of a laugh and a giggle with this chap here, Steve Astley. I have to put a list because there's a lot of people to thank in this video. Steve Astley and his girlfriend Jen. Steve messaged me about a week, 2 weeks ago, so I said, oh, I've got something for you, can I have your address? I want to send you something to say thanks for all the videos, etc. It's always a bit dubious, you know, it's a bit paranoia, because 9 times out of 10 nothing ever turns up. But true to his word, said parcel, hang on, let me take that off, I don't want to be seeing that. Said parcel arrived today. So there were some instructions from Steve and Jen. I think words to the effect of, you forgot to put something in there. I can't remember if it said open it upside down and then you won't see them, because the instructions will give away what's in the what's been wrapped up. So it's wrapped up in Christmas paper. So when I messaged him today, so I said, look, the parcel's come. I'll open it live on vid. Or he was like, no, don't. It's wrapped in Christmas paper. Wait till Christmas. I was like, oh, okay then. And I think he must have gone and told his Mrs. Jen, and then she was giving him grief for that. So I sort of said, look, it's up to you. He goes, no, go for it. So this is Steve Astley and Jen soon to be Astley, I suppose, maybe, if he's a lucky enough man. So I ain't showed you the box. So here we go. Very light. So sent me some bubble wrap. No, we're gonna open it. So okay. So at the bottom, I've opened it at the bottom. Hope that's the right way, Steve. So there is no. I'm sure he said the instructions are on the top. Oh no, hang on. I think they are beneath that. Right now, I did see something, so I've had to turn it back upside down. So there's a lot of bubble wrap. There's a present. We have a card. That's my second only Christmas card. Got one off Novable Chris. I should have got that. Sent me a card. I don't think anyone sends Christmas cards anymore. We shall open it. Hopefully it's a note card. Christmas wishes. Whoa. I'm just going to read it just in case there's anything that I didn't want to be read out.
Oh no.
Oh, it is Jen the wife, so it is Jen Astley. Okay, so there's nothing here that you wouldn't want, that I'm sure you wouldn't want me to not say, if that makes sense. Dear Stu, thanks very much for all of your YouTube content over the last 12 months. Always entertaining and useful info. It's nice to be needed. Nice to be useful for once. Mrs. wouldn't agree with that. Your Prezi has been brought back from the States. They were US only. but think they are slowly making their way over here. Wishing you and yours a happy Xmas. Steve Astley and Jen, the wife. So, many thanks, Steve Astley and Jen Astley, the wife. I don't know what it is. I've got a feeling, I've got an inkling, because I did see it. I haven't seen them, but I've seen them through the bubble wrap. So I might have an inkling of what these are. I think. Because I might see them on one of the toy collecting channels that I watch. Tomo, Bizarro's Pieces. I could be wrong, it could be something else. I'm guessing that Jen wrapped this, by the way. Because it's, yeah, it's probably on par with, if it had been mine, it would have just been in the newspaper. Yeah, that's definitely a woman's wrapped this. I don't care what you say, that's far too neat for a bloke. Mine would have one bit of tape and that'll be it. Right. It's come early. It's come early. The big man's come early. Oh, let's just rip into it. He says. Okay. Right, I'm just gonna. I can't see what it is. So you'll see before me. Oh wow! Wow, mate!
Look at this place.
Look at that! You've been playing this, that's why the instructions were taken out. Look at that! Mini Pac-Man!
Helmets. Gloves.
It's on the key, fucking big keychain. That is wicked! Mate, you didn't have to do that at all. Yeah, it's a proper, like, licensed Bandai. Wow! Dude! Jen! Steve, thanks, guys. I know you've been playing this. So, I thought, I was wrong. I thought these were the Street Fighter mini vinyl pop things. Because, I said, I've just seen these tiny little instructions. And I know they come with them and, like, they show all the characters. So, I did think it might have been some of them, but this is even better. Wow! Got to go at this. I would have had a go at this. Oh my god! Can you guys see that? Look how clear that is! That is unbelievable! Oh, guys, man, that is absolutely amazing. Do they do any others? I'm going to have to look at these now. The actual quality of the screen's unbelievable. Wow. Oh, that's amazing. I'm just trying to find out who. Superimpulse.com, there you go. Any of you guys want to go and check them out before he stops shaking? There you go. I'm just going to look for more of these now. That is, I'll have to put that to one side because I'm running out of space here. Guy, Jen, Steve, fucking, I can't get over the quality of the screen. Gonna take some to top that, isn't it? Wow! Wow! The power of YouTube, thank you very much. Amazing. Right. On with the show. On with the show, as they say. Let's put that to one side there. From a fellow tuber, a purchase. So, I probably should say, from here on in, it is pure Sega. You know it makes sense. You know it makes sense. It's a lot of Sega. It's all Sega, in fact. So, if you don't like Sega, probably switch off. I'm not going for a full set, honestly. But we've got some more Mega CD games. We have some Mega CD games, and we have some Mega Drive. Should we do the Mega Drive first? We're doing Mega Drive first. These are from CX. I'm not going to put the old little splash screen up because it's going to jump about a little bit, just in terms of the games. So we shall forego the C to the E to the X intro and get straight onto the game. I kind of ummed and ahed a little bit about buying some of these titles. I thought, because I had some credit, and I thought, well, should I get them? What if they come in their manuals? I could always take them back. You know, the usual dilemma that you sort of go through. And I thought, you know, fuck it, let's just order them. One's come through without the manual, but I tell you what, given the actual condition of everything, I'm going to keep it. Because I can always upgrade later. You know, the manuals are kind of not a massive deal for me for the Mega Drive stuff. Key titles, like I said before, I always want the manuals for them. Some I can live without for the time being, and always look to grab a manual at a later date. You know, the worst thing is probably having a complete copy and it's quite shabby. You know, especially the outside. So this one I think I can trim. This is a very early release. Peanuts this was. I think it's about like £6. And when it come through, it was a bit raggedy. So I kind of bent it into a bit more better shape, and it looks reasonable. I think once I trim this top bit off, you'll see what I mean. I think it will look quite reasonable. It's all complete inside. They did have a similar one, which was Budokan, so that might give the a clue as to the, you know, I say it was really early Mega Drive release, and it's sort of Sodan. So this was an original Amiga release. My mate Big Mike Coolahan actually just showed this. He had picked up on the Amiga. Box was pretty battered actually. For its time, and I remember Mike's was quite right in saying this, the sprite, because of the size of the sprites are fucking huge. You know, it really stood out. I haven't played this one. From all accounts from Mike, without further ado retro, the Amiga version is slightly better, just in pure the sound. I mean, the gameplay's tosh anyway. But as you can see, it's because I've got this like VHS squishy cases. The insert never lined up, so it always rubbed. But I think if I go, I did it with Budokan. I just trimmed where it sort of worn, and it looks all right. But I tell you what, it's in, other than that, it's in fantastic condition. Because usually a lot of this all starts cracking and breaking, splitting. But yeah, peanuts, absolute peanuts. Like six quid, maybe £7. The one that's not complete. What I tend to do on CEX. Right, is if there's a game and there's only one copy, chances are it's not that it's rare or anything like that, but it's quite sought after. And generally, obviously, people want it, so there's not many of them on there. This being one of them, surprisingly cheap. I don't know if I've got lucky. I don't know. I haven't checked any of the prices on this, to be honest. I just thought that's cheap, and I think it's a tenner boxed. Obviously, it is without the manual. But I don't know if that's a going rate, or I'll say if I was just looking. I remember like one that stood out, one copy only. Thought I'm gonna grab it. It's come through. It's no manual, condition, no everything else. It's fantastic, and it's Radical Rex. So it's on the blue spine. I'd say it's in absolutely cracking condition. Just a shame. I mean, if this had the manual, it would have. Well, obviously, depending on the condition of the manual, it would have been mint. There's, as you can see it there, but there's no, even the case doesn't, it's not like flopping open. There's no crack. What these blue cases tend to struggle with as well, they tend to get chipped and cracked, and there's none. It's in absolutely, it is in really nice condition. So I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'll £10. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that bad boy. That's staying in the collection. Which, yeah, the Mega Drive, big enough as it is, we're in that space, man. Right, so sticking with CEX, sticking with Sega, but moving on to the next media, the next iteration, which is the Mega CD. So we've got a few. We've got two from CEX. I've got some more coming. I've basically just snapped up some of the sort of lower end titles that I was just missing. I thought, you know what, just grab them, Stu. So one of them being this. I don't think I've got. I'm pretty sure I haven't got this one. Again, it wasn't that expensive. It's World Cup USA '94. It's meant to come with some souvenir wall chart. I don't think it does. I'm not overly bothered. It's in, so there's no cracks in it. I don't think I've got this. It was about 5, I think. It looks like the case has been swapped over because the manual doesn't sit right in the manual. Look, I don't know if you can see that. It's like a bit of a gap because the back, the tray's got teeth. I think that needs to be a blank one for it to sit in. But it's all there. It's all, you know. And that come out really well. Come really well packed. Like two jiffy bags, doubled over. So yeah. Big thumbs up CEX. And sticking for another big thumbs up from CEX is this bad boy. It's come through today. They use that DX courier, which is a bit hit and miss. But this comes like fucking tons of bubble wrap. Really well packaged. There was 2 of these on in stock. I ordered both. Again, I don't think they were very expensive. But I thought, given the nature of this type of case, fuck it, I can always just take the other one back. This one's come through and it's an absolute fucking minter. I don't know why this wasn't classed as mint. And it's Sewer Shark. So this is one of the, one of the few long boxes. There are a few of these. I'm not going to list them off because I'm bound to miss 1 or 2 of them. There's one that they don't sell. So tip that those may be looking at CEX to sort of, bulk out your Mega CD collection. They don't sell Ground Zero Texas. So I'm currently looking for that online. It's not a very expensive game, like 10 quid, 15 quid-ish. But I tell you what, this is in absolute cracking condition. Obviously it's got the manual because it's in the front. As I mentioned with Hulk, this has got the foam, bit of foamage. Obviously it's got the disc. So I've got another one of these coming, but I can't see the other one better in this. There's no cracks in the front at all. Absolutely fantastic condition. I do quite like, because I've got some, I've still got the American Sega CD one, got a couple of games like that. I don't know, I always quite like them. I know that they're quite brittle, but the trouble is you can't do fuck all if they break, other than get another case. Whereas at least with the European, double CD dual cases, you can just get in the old case. Still raining. Right. So that's CEX done. Mentioned him earlier, Big Mike Houlihan. I think in my previous vid, like 2 weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago, something like that. I mentioned about this game. I can't remember where I said I missed out on it. Might be CEX. He said, look, I've got a copy, I'll sell you mine for what I was going to trade it in for. So, top man, without further ado, retro, Big Mike Houlihan very kindly sold me June on the Mega CD. He's done a case swap on this because I can feel the plastic slightly different. It's all complete. Yeah, because they're really tight as well. The only downside is a bit of rub in the manual in the corner. I can live with that. For the price that Mike did it for me, no bother. So yeah, I'm guessing it's very much based on the Mega Drive version. Did the Mega Drive have June? I know it definitely had June 2, Battle for Arrakis. I'm not sure if this is based on, is this the RTS one? June software. The CD adaptation features interactive conversations with over 30 minutes of sample dialogue. No, action adventure based on Frank Herbert's classic awarding series. Oh no, it's like the point and click. I can see it now. Very tiny screenshots there. Oh, okay. Right. Not what I thought it was. I actually thought it was the RTS June, Command and Conquer style game. And this is a great little buy for eBay. It does need a case swap. I could swap though. That might be why no one bid on it. I'd seen this when CEX first started doing Mega CD. Some of the games that I remember seeing on there now, I think, fucking no. Well, I couldn't have bought them because I probably didn't have the credit, but I fucking kicked myself for not getting them. This being one of them because it was peanuts, absolute peanuts. And I've done all right when CEX has started taking new lines, new retro lines in. Like when they first started doing Super NES, I bagged some right cracking titles for peanuts, and obviously the prices just go up. Does CX dictate the price of retro compared to eBay? Maybe. Sometimes I get it wrong. I think it's 50-50, you know, deals to be had on both sides. This being an absolute example of that. I say I missed out on this one. I've got the first one, and I remember seeing them, the pair of them on CX, and they weren't very expensive. They were probably less than 10 quid. This has now gone up to 20 quid. It wasn't in stock when I bought this. I just looked at the light and got blind again. It wasn't in stock when I bought this. It's since come into stock, and I couldn't believe the price. I see it sells for 20 quid. I bagged this on an auction. I was the only one to bid on it. I think I got it for 13 quid. So don't forget with the CX, you've got the £1.50 postage or whatever it is. So after all that waffle, it is the second, and it completes a mini set. I've got a collection. I've got a complete collection of the Sherlock Holmes detectives. This is part 2, and I don't know if you can see. There's quite a lot of cracks, but again, I've got some dual cases in the garage, and the front panel we swapped, as will the dreadful back, which has got a myriad of defects on it. But I say, once it's swapped over, no bother. The only other thing is there's a little bit of sun fade on that side of the spine. That one is okay, so you can see it. Look, but that doesn't bother me too. That doesn't. I'm not overly fussed. So yeah, and it's a 2-discer in case anyone's wondering. Just postage, because I did do a bit of a video last week and it was just shit. I wasn't happy with it, so I didn't upload it. I've had June for a couple of weeks now for Mike. I thought, no, I'm going to leave it, because there were other things that I wanted to wait to come through. But obviously last week, had it started snowing on the Saturday? No, it was a Saturday night. So that was last week. So as those in the UK will know, it's been like fucking bedlam. The whole country's ground to a halt, and the post has been absolutely horrendous. So I've won this. I mean, I've waited for stuff from CEX. It must have been getting nearly a week now. A lot of stuff's been delayed. Which I get. I understand that. But even their online tracking has just gone up the shitter, because this had a number and it just wasn't valid. I contacted the guy and he sort of said, no, I've definitely posted it, but the site's just shite. Royal Mail is shite. And CX do use Royal Mail quite a lot. Whereas that DX courier, which is where Sewer Shark come from, I only ordered that, is it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, or the day before. So just goes to show you, you know, although people say the post is slow, it's just fucking Royal Mail, generally, I think. So, some fantastic pickups out already on the Mega CD. I think you will agree. Now I have here, in my hand, a box. The man will know what this is. I have withheld, with all my might, and my self-control, because I said I've got to open it live, I'm going to box it. He was like, well, good luck with that.
You must find a gate. A hidden path. Take it? Yeah. Take it.
So as always with me, there's a bit of a story. It's not straightforward. Click, click, click on eBay and off we go, or CX and off we go. This was a very inadvertent purchase. And I prized them from his cold, dead retro hands. Retro no longer lives here anymore. Inside this person, he's now extinct. He's put the flames out somewhat. But it was a misunderstanding that come about for these. So a certain tuber by the name of Shemuso Benjamin left a comment on, which video was it? Was it my last one or the one before it? About a Saturn game. Well, I think he thought it was a Saturn game. He sort of said, I've got that, and I was like, have you? I think he'd left a message on the video, but then he'd messaged me on Facebook separately saying, no, actually, sorry, Stu, I've completely, you know, misunderstood what you said. I haven't got that game. I've got it on the system. So I think he guessed, he might have a rough idea what it is. And I said, oh, really? He said, yeah. I said, oh, I didn't know you were getting rid of that. Because obviously Ben had a big clear out of his Mega Drive stuff. Some of the items I have purchased off of him at wonderful prices. So he never really advertised these for sale. I kind of forgot he had them as well, to be honest. So he sent me a picture and I couldn't resist. I was like, fucking hell, he had some. He had, because he hasn't got any more, because I've got them. Wonderful titles, and I was like, if I don't get them now, I'm going to freaking kick myself. Something chronic. And Ben being Ben, a nice guy, he's obviously got, you know, he's making his way in life. So he's got requirements of certain things that need to be done to his house and stuff like that, which all costs money. So if you watched his, if you do watch, and you should watch Ben anyway, Shenmue, so after the back of his Mega Drive sale, obviously some of them funds were going towards a new TV, or were going to be a new TV, and other stuff, you know, like I say, he needs to get work done in his house. He's put the TV thing on hold, so I think for him, getting the cash like there and then wasn't as big a deal regarding these items. So I said to him, look, these ain't cheap. You know what? Them that know when you see them, you know they ain't cheap. So I said, look, if you can help me out, I'll help you out. We'll do a deal, and I'll sort your payment out. So I'll give him a fair wedge of it up front. Things happened from my side, which then enabled me to square up with him rather quickly, and I think I was surprised, and I think he was a little bit aggrieved because he goes, there'll be a tear spill or some words to that effect on every game that I'll wrap up. So anyway, we squared up. He sent the stuff through, like I say, and I've withheld from opening it for probably over a week now. And after all that, in the box, that's in the box. We're not going to do that. So this probably back finishes off a fair chunk of his retro. I'm assuming it does anyway. We had a bit of a, I think he had a bit of dilemma with the postage, so I think I had to add a little bit extra because it's just the insurance, and I couldn't understand that. He was very, you know, very nervy, and I would be. So I was like, yeah, just post on, it'll be fine. It's like, not really. But we worked it out. And like I said to him, and you guys will know this, or maybe you won't care, you probably think, no, you're full of shit, Stu. They have gone to a good home. Where they will be, fucking, if I can even get into this thing. You wrapped this up, mate. Where they will be loved and cherished. With their brothers. If I can even ever manage to fight my way in. Right. Oh yeah, he mentioned about the exploding poodle poo. Right. Yeah, there's a lot of poodle poo. So these put a fairly sizable dent. Shit, flying poodle poo. Oh, I can't show that one first. A very sizable dent in a certain collection, which you no doubt know what it is anyway. Oh, killer! First time seeing it. Oh. Oh my. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Fantastic Five. After all that, from Benjamin Shenmue. I don't know what they are, but still seeing them, it's like, fucking hell, man. I did say you had sent me a load of old fucking books. Oh. Right. You know what system they are, if you don't know what games they are. But we've got more Mega CD. So Eye of the Beholder 2. Not every... No, it's just Eye of the Beholder, isn't it? Sorry. Not everyone's cup of tea. I remember playing this on the Amiga. Now, who did a video? Someone was talking about Dungeon Master. Was it Burnt Out Culture? Burnt Out Culture. He was talking about Dungeon Master. And he said he remembered playing a newer version of it on the ST. And I think he's probably talking about Eye of the Beholder. I'm sure it's Burnt Out Culture. These took the Dungeon Master ingredients and literally put a Dungeons and Dragons sheen all over it, and it looked absolutely amazing at the time. Obviously, Dungeon Master had an expansion called Chaos Strikes Back, which they spun out to try and, I think, combat a little bit of Eye of the Beholder. Then you know, D&D brought out Eye of the Beholder 2. Absolutely amazing. So it's just a dungeon crawler in, I say, in the Dungeons and Dragons universe, but absolutely cracking games. If you're into that sort of stuff, you have to be into it, obviously. I didn't know who did this, so it's TSR, SSI, Strategic Simulations Inc. Looks like it was done by FCI. Is that Falcon? I'm trying to find what the FCI stands for. Someone's going to be shouting at me now. I'm sure it's Falcon Computer Interactive or something. They do a lot of they did a lot of the Dungeons and Dragons. They did that Dungeon. Slow down, Stu. They did the Dungeons and Dragons games on the NES, didn't they? I think Dragonlance as well on the Master System. But in fantastic condition from Ben. I don't know if there's a number 2 on the Mega CD. Obviously, I know there was a number 2 on the Amiga. What a game! Oh, okay. So, talking about Dungeon Master and Chaos Strikes Back, Dungeon Master 2 School Keep. I think that might be Dungeon Master when Chaos Strikes Back combined. It doesn't say, but you can sort of see. If I show you, I'll show you Dungeon Master School Keep. Dungeon Master 2 School Keep. Again, there may have been a third add-on then. I remember Dungeon Master, and I say Dungeon Master Chaos Strikes Back, which is just an add-on. This is basically saying it's Dungeon Master 2 School Keep. So I don't know if it was just one that was developed purely for the Mega CD. I don't know. These are all. This is complete as well. But if I show you the graphics, you'll see what I mean a little bit. Just how polished they are. If you can see, don't let me shake it too much so it can focus. Then if I show you the graphics on Eye of the Beholder, they're just a little bit more polished. Obviously, because it's Dungeons and Dragons and they've got fucking money to burn. Money to burn! FTL Games, yeah. FTL was the one that developed Dungeon Master. Great games. So, 2 absolute belters. So what could surpass those 2? The game that started it all. The game that was wrongly assumed, or wrongly, yeah, I don't know what word I'm looking for now. That Ben thought I was after, I wasn't, but I am after. But it didn't matter anyway because I've got to this point now. And that is the mighty Keo Flying Squadron. So the OG Keo. This has been on CX for a while as well. Not cheap. None of these games are cheap. Look, hardly any retro is cheap anymore, to be honest. I've never played any of the Kyo games, but I'm so happy to get this one. Oh, he bought it from Chips. Oh, fuck me, thank God. I'll show you in a minute. Jesus, I needed a heart attack then. I'll have to message him saying, Ben, so I opened it up and I saw that. So obviously he's bought it from Chips. Some Stockton on Tees. Marcus, X-File 2708. I can't even remember my daughter's birthday, but I can remember his fucking username. How sad's that? He always used to go on about Chips, Marcus did. I know that him and Ben are from the same... Or Ben's from North East. I think Marcus lives in the North East. I think that's right. Yeah, I opened it up. There's no fucking disc. So I panicked a little bit then, but it's all in the back. Ooh. I'm not sure why it's in the back. No one puts Kyo in the corner. There we go. There we go. Look at that. And now what I can do is copy Mr. Gus Newton, and I'm going to put the demo in the back there. Because he bloody started most of this, Mr. Gus Newton, when he showed his Mega CD collection and he had the demo in the back. I thought, that look, I don't know what it is, I don't know what it was. I just like that thought of them both being there, and I thought, fucking, I need to get that game, so I've got it. So well happy with that. I mean, that's a fucking... The artwork on that alone is absolutely awesome. Skimpy bunny girl riding on the back of a dragon type thing. Never played it. Never played any of the Kyo games. So what could be better than Eye of the Beholder on the Mega CD? Dungeon Master 2 School Keep on the Mega CD. Kyo Flying Squadron on the Mega CD. Stu, what, you can't surpass that quality, can you? Yes, I can. Shining Force on the Mega CD. Bloody Lewis. Lewis had this game. I think it was the first Doncaster market we'd done. And I was fucking angling for a trade. He sold it to someone. I bet it was probably Mike Allman back in the day, a few years back now. Because some guy come along and seen it and just bought it straight off the bat. He knew what it was. I think Lewis might have had it for 120, 110. It was definitely a lot less off than it is now. It's easily. There was a guy selling one. Because I knew that Ben was a little bit sort of semi-reluctant to sell the games, and someone obviously give me individual pricing. We did like a bulk deal, and someone was selling one of these for like a literally cut down price, and I sort of messaged him and sort of said, do you want to keep Shining Force, because I may be able to obtain that, and obviously you could still at least retain something, but things happened and it got sold anyway, and I sort of look, just leave it. It didn't really matter. I was trying to do it more for Ben, and I suppose a little bit for me, but the grand scheme of things, for the deal I got, it wouldn't really have made a great deal of difference. But that's by the by anyway. But yeah, Lewis had this, and I think he picked up from the boot for about £1 or something stupid as well. I'm not sure if he's ever going to regret selling it, to be honest. Lewis, that is, not Ben. Well, Ben probably regrets it already. But yeah, Shining Force CD. So I think, and again, this is why I like the Mega CD sort of side of collecting, because I'm not really been exposed to it, so I can't sort of say, oh yeah, this is such and such and it means this, because I don't know. I think, yeah, so you play it for 12 characters with over 20 unique classes. This CD combines the best of the Shining Force series into 4 complete adventures with over 50 battles. So it's kind of like a compilation of the best bits of the Shining series. I know there was a guy on Galaxy Sega, and every time this comes up for sale, he puts some sort of fucking spiel about it. And I know the admin guys, especially Pete Coombs, goes, I can't remember what the guy's name is. He's like, yes, we know you're an expert, this, that, and the other. Shut the fuck up and stop commenting on every single Shining Force sale that comes up. But yeah, by all accounts, an absolutely wonderful game. Ah! I don't think it fits in anymore. But the manuals are too big in these. The back definitely needs to be a blanking one. I have to see if I've got some Al Blancos so it sits in there nicely. But yeah, well happy with that.
Oh no! Get a hold of yourself. Let go.
So absolutely amazing.
Billy, throw the die.
Hardy Beholder, Dungeon Master 2 School Keep, Kia Flying Squadron, Shining Force CD. There can't be anything left that could surpass the awesomeness, the quality of those 4 titles. There is. Oh yes, baby. I think Daz picked this up, Mr. Co Jones. Oh God, I need that in my life. I had got the PC Engine version, which Doujin Dance sent me. Actually, it's a Japanese loose disc. If you can't play it, you've got no chance. I did download a mod via sort of translation patch the file, but it's not the same. It's not the same as having the original. I even had a copy of this, as in burnt copy, but it's not the same. So yeah. Now Ben mentioned about the disc on this. He said it is. It's not mint. It's not a minter, but it just play. See what he means. There's a few. Yeah, it's not. He said he's played it for. I can see what he's saying. There is some. It could probably do with a polish. Now, would you risk? Would you risk putting that through a polish in CEX? I might leave it. Yeah, the case got a little crack in the corner. Again, I can swap the case out. It seems like it's been swapped out already. Because it's a dark black. It's not the... I don't know, maybe it's not because Kyo's black as well. But anyway, it is the mighty, the almighty fucking Snatcher. And one of the very few titles that maybe you could argue is worth the money. I suppose you have to be into it. Blade Runner, you know, basically the game of Blade Runner. And I did not know that it's actually compatible with the Justifier. That's one thing I didn't know. Yeah, fantastic. So that finishes that off. So 5 absolute, I mean, just pure, unadulterated Sega dirtiness there. I don't care what you say. That's wrong. It's wrong than anyone's. That's just filth. Pure filth. Ben, you're an absolute ledge, mate. I'm glad you sold me them. I know you're probably less glad, but at least if if that cash can help you push on with your house, make life a bit more comfortable for yourself, then I think it's a win-win. Like I said before, you're sort of getting out of the retro a little bit. You're going to emulate, and you're going to lose yourself in the VR world. Ready Player One. Welcome to the Oasis. Great book, by the way. Read the book before you watch the movie. The movie looks fantastic, by the way. Yeah, but the book is even. The book's always better anyway. So, do we leave it there? Is that it? Is that the end of the video? Those more savvy might be able to see the timeline. It's not. This is not finished. And I told you that, didn't I? This is going to be an absolute fucking Christmas blowout. You've had too much fucking turkey and everything else at Christmas and you want to explode. We're going to explode. We're going to explode. So, it's more Sega, as I mentioned before. This is a Sega Saturn. I think we've only gone and bloody done it. I shit you not. The Fab 4. I think we're at the Fab 4 collection. I think. Should we go through them? So you may or may not recall that last video I had 9 games left to get. I showed 3, that drops down to 6. I did do a video last week, like I say, it was shit, I didn't like it. At which point I showed 3 games. So what I'm going to do, just to mix it up a little bit, because you know, there were some titles that were sorely that were you know, were quite pricey, difficult to get, and some of them a little bit like meh, but still quite difficult to get. So first up, and it's not a slight on, you know, the guy who's helped me out, and I must massive thanks to the sort of community on Retro Realm and Galaxy Sega. Kudos to all you guys. I've got you wrote your names down here because I would have forgot who's done what for me. But helped me out massively, especially one chap who surprisingly remembered. He was out and about and he thought, he posted on the site and said, "Oh, was such person after this game." He was in some sort of shop. I'll show you what it was, and he done an absolute fucking solid, right? He went back to the shop, bought the game, wrapped it, and posted it to me. I sent him some money for a drink, and he said, "Oh, you don't have to." I said, "No, at least I can do, man, because you know, restored my faith in human nature." So, from Wes Harper on Galaxy Sega, absolute fucking ledge. Any of the admin guys there who's watching this, I know hopefully Scott and Pete and whatever might watch it. His little diamond. So he was in Console Yourself. There's someone's on about Console Yourself. I can't remember who was talking about that. Another channel I watched. He was in there anyway, and he posted a load of pictures and sort of said, was Stu after this game? Roger Dodger, Stodger Dixon, top man, he said yes he was, no doubt. I've tagged him in it, no doubt he'll reply no. I think it might have been, I think I went to the shops or something, I come back and it was there and I was like, fucking yes, go back and buy it. And it must have been like 15-20 minutes, and obviously the guy had gone back, Wes had gone back to the car, and he said, "I'll go back and get it for you, mate." And bless him, he's even put the receipt in there just to prove how much he paid. He said, "Look, it's 20 quid, Stu. Is that alright?" I said, "Yeah, give me your PayPal details, I'll fire it over." What with all the fucking snow and the weather and all that kind of stuff, it was like, he was sort of saying to me, he's turned up, I was like, "No, it's not here." And he's like, "Oh, my." So then I think he's thinking that I'm thinking that he's ripped me off and stuff. But I wasn't the case, you know. I mean, fucking 20 odd quid, I mean, it's not worth it. It's not worth getting banned off such a good site like Galaxy Sega for 20 odd quid. Although there's probably some scumbags that would do that. But no, it come through. It's just the shit fucking Royal Mail. Wonderfully packed. Even put some festive tinsel in there which fucking went everywhere. So cheers, Wes. But wonderfully packed. It's not in the best nick. He took all the photos. I said, "Look, to be honest, compared to some of them I've seen online, it ain't that bad. I can live with it. It's a stopgap. It's a make weight. I can always get another copy at some point." You just don't see it. Just don't see this game. So when you do see it online, it's in worse condition than this. I'm not lying. I think CX had it for peanuts, something like about £4 quid. So if it popped up there at some point, I'll grab it again because I might be able to upgrade bits of it. And it's just, some guys sort of said, "Oh, it's got great digitised bikini babes," and I can sort of see what it was on about now. But it's Highway 2000. And believe it or not, these aren't in any order. This is the last game I needed. So I'm not sure what Shocks is one. I think Shocks might be Frankenstein. This was the last game that I needed. Highway 2000. I had secured there was 2 that I hadn't actually got in my hands, and the other one still hadn't turned up. There's a story about I'll come to. So this one, other than it looking a bit worn, if you like, the only major sort of defect is this here. Now, loads of these games, if you look online for Highway 2000, look at all the pictures on eBay. Obviously, that's where the hang tab is, you know, the plastic hand. They're all ripped. Every single one. That's probably the least damaged one I've ever seen. Yeah, the spine's got a bit of wear to it. And he said, "You sure with the wear?" I said, "Yeah, mate, compared to some of them I've seen, that's for 20 quid, I'll take it. It is complete, and some of them aren't complete. It's lost a few teeth as well. So I don't know, I might try it. I don't know, I might leave it. It doesn't sit at all well in there. It's just lost a few teeth. But it's got the manual and stuff like that. So, you know what? For the sort of money, I've paid him the post, so I bought him a drink. So hope enjoy your pint, Wes, because you've been a ledge, mate. The actual manual on that's not that bad. It's in quite nice condition. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, the disc's alright. It's just, I don't know what it is about this game. I don't know when it was even released. 1994? Is that an early release for the Saturn, or was that a late one? It's got to be an early. I think that's an early-ish release, isn't it? I think it's an early release. I think that may be why it just didn't do very well. And maybe why the ones that are available are quite beaten up because they've been around the block. So that was the last Saturn game that I needed. So savvy enough would probably realise, technically, I haven't checked yet, I need to go through, but I think we've got a full set. So, in no real, these next three are not really in any great order. I do these two together because they came together. So I showed these. I did a video last week on these. So scrap that one anyway. These are from eBay. I bought these off a lady. There was no buy it now. No best offer. It was just pure buy it now. So I looked at this game here, and I think the pictures didn't do it justice, because when you looked close, when you sort of do that zoom thing on it, I could sort of tell. I thought, I think they're on the outside. I think this is one of the very few. I don't see many of these variants of this. This is like a hard case version. There are a couple games like that, like your Tomb Raider and stuff like that, but you don't see the hard case too often on this game in particular. So before I bought it, I messaged and said, "Are those on the outside?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Fine, I can clean them up. Not a fucking problem. I love it." And I bought the other one as well. I'll show you the game in a bit. This game's gone up in price. They've all gone up in price, but this one was a solid 30 quid. You know, when I was looking at buying other games, I thought, and there were loads of them on there, not loads, but enough. I thought, leave that one. I'll get that one at some point. 30 quid. Right, well, no, that's what it is. So when I come back around to sort of, you know, whittle it down to the lower figures, well, it's gone up. They all go up. So I think in the end, she did a deal with the postage on the two. I did try to get 3 together, but it wasn't a great saving, and I thought, no, I'll leave that one, because the third game I'd seen on these two, I've never seen on CEX. The third game I'd seen on CEX, I'd lost out. I've had, you know, the email of death. Sorry, we can't source your item. But at least I knew it was spinning around in the UK, whereas these ones, I think these are definitely continental type games. So pulled the trigger on this one and the other one. Didn't save. I saved a couple of quid, not massively. But the fact that this is a hard case one, I think I can live with it more. And it's Dragon Ball Z. What's it called? The Legend. And it is a hard case. So it had loads of like just stickers and gunk all over it. It had that like the Portuguese quality yellow type sticker thing on it. But say after cleaning it all up, it's come up great. Come up great. Inside is absolutely fantastic. So well happy with that one. So a lot of these ones, a lot of the Dragon Ball Z ones you see are just the cardboard ones, and them inherently have their own problems. So I thought when she sort of said it's, you know, it's just on the outside, because you know some idiots take the inserts out and start sticking fucking stickers everywhere. And when she said it was on the outside, I was like, boom, I'm having it. So the other game that she had listed, she had quite a few actually. You know, decent titles. There's only 3 that I needed, and the third one I think I was trying to get all 3 for about 100 quid, but she weren't budging. Weren't budging at all, and she was only saving me on postage, not on the actual overall cost. I was like, not really. I was hoping to get like, if it'd been free postage, then it would have saved across the 3, but it wasn't. She still wanted money for postage, so I'll just have 2 then. I say this one, never seen on CX. I don't even know if it got a PAL, as in a UK release. It's a PAL game, obviously. I could be wrong, and it might just have been very scarce. I'm trying to look for a date. 1996, so that's 2 years after Highway. Yeah, so quite late. Yeah, because Dragon Ball Z is 1994 as well. This is in great condition. I've got no qualms about this at all. The price I paid was a little bit below the sort of eBay average, give or take. Dragon Ball Z was 34. I think this was 40. And I think with the postage, I think it worked out just over 80 quid, something like that. And this is Dragonheart Fire and Steel, and this cardboard, there's no other version of this, so there's no wobble, there's no glue coming off, spine's not too bad. So there's these hang tabs that I was talking about. So on that Highway one, someone's ripped it and just, you're better off, if it gets all grubby, I mean that one's not exactly clean, but you're better off just snipping it off rather than trying to rip it off. But I say, back in the day, probably people didn't really give 2 shits, did they, to be honest. But this is in fantastic condition. Can't grumble. Box complete. So, yeah, decent, you know, happy purchases there. No fault at all. I think they're from Germany. Deutschland. Right. So you've got 3 titles there. Takes us down to the last 3. If my calculations are correct, and based on Retro Collect, by the way. I know some people include Christmas Nights into Dreams and stuff like that. I think it was a giveaway, wasn't it? I don't know if it is a quote-unquote official release. I don't know. That's the arse has fell out of that on CEX as well. That's peanuts now on CEX. So they're eBay. Back to the Facebook groups, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I urge anybody, especially some of the guys that are out there, that you know, that are collectors, like Daz, like Mike Houlihan, they're not on Facebook. They don't like it. Get all that, but man, you're missing a trick sometimes, because you can reach out to a lot of people, especially fellow collectors. These aren't, although there's a lot of buying and selling going on, they are collectors inherently, most of them. So they help you out, like Wes helped me out. You know, you don't get that. You can't. Where else am I going to go and say to people, "Oh, I need this game," and send people out scouring? Now, you know, I didn't ask him to do it, but he did it because he kept it in his head, and you know that shit's. You can't pay for that shit, man. Unless you really, you know, well, you probably could if you wanted to employ people to go trawling all the retro shops, but it's for free. You know, people just helping each other out. That's what it's all about. Again, point in question. I put a post on there. You guys all know anyway that are in them circles, on them groups, and I got a great response. I got an absolute fucking stonking response. So the first one, again, these are not in any particular order in terms of like how nice people have been or anything like that. It's just the level of the games. This is from Paul Smith. So Paul's weird. I think he'd not long been on. I think it's Retro Realm he was on, and he said, "Oh, I might have that in my mum's loft, Alaska." And I was thinking, okay, yeah, nothing's going to happen from this. And he come back and said, "Oh yeah, it is what I thought it was," and he showed me pictures and stuff. I said, "Okay, great, I'll take that." And I know it sounds daft. It's almost like you know, people not having a mobile phone years and years ago, because I haven't got PayPal. It's like, what? I thought, well, no offence, it's only like 27 quid. Again, I think about 27 quid. I thought, well, I'm not really too comfortable bank transferring you it. He just sort of said that, because I haven't used my PayPal for young. Anyway, transpired it was because he hadn't used it for ages and ages, this, that and the other, years and years. And I think his girlfriend or his missus or whatever had a PayPal account. So I managed to get the money to him one way or t'other. And he very kindly, I say, Didn't have to do this, but if he went to his mum's house, he sent his mum up into the loft to dig this out. But it's NHL All-Star Hockey 98. So this was the other game that the German lady, I was interested from the German lady. Hard case. Yeah, not as Shocks told me a while back, the latter sports titles, all the 98s, NHL, NFL, that kind of stuff, they can be quite tricky. And this was one of them. I said I bought this numerous times off CEX and had the dreaded email of death. Can't source it, or they'd sent me out just NHL All-Star Hockey. But Paul Smith did me an absolute fucking solid, and it's in great condition. So well happy with that. I say it was below market value, if you like. I'm sure it was about 20 odd quid.
What am I gonna do? Party! I wanted super soldiers, not a bunch of little Einsteins.
Right, this is an interesting one. So, this game I bought, I was struggling to find this for a decent, a reasonable price, complete as well. A lot of them, like I said before, on the Saturn stuff, some of the more sought after titles, it goes through the fucking roof. It goes ridiculous. Ridiculous people asking ridiculous money. Generally tend to find this more Germany, that sort of side, in Europe. And the Germans do that weird thing, they use stock photos and they just these weird codes and stuff. You can't kind of decipher what it's meaning. I don't know if it means it's complete, if it's good condition or what, I don't know. Bit low to pay it, and it's 150 fucking quid and stuff like that. It's like, fucking hell. There was one which I've technically bought. I've since had to send. I've sent two messages now saying I'm going to cancel the order. Still hasn't been posted. This is fucking 2 weeks later. So I said, just forget it. Just cancel it. It was just under 30 quid. So it's not a bad price, but it didn't have a manual. So when I was put it on the Facebook page, some guy come back and said, "Oh, about this one." I said, "Yeah, I've seen that." There was some stickers on the box and whatnot. But again, for 30 quid, it's probably not bad. I thought I could probably live with that as a stopgap. So I did buy it, I paid for it. But since then, another chap's come back to me, obviously with Christmas coming up, and said, "Look, I've got this game. These are the photos. Are you interested?" 68 quid, I think it was. He goes, "Look, 65 gifted or 68 with fees." I thought, well, just do 68 with fees. Because the way the post had been, I thought, I'm not risking it. He was quite happy. It come through actually today, so he's an absolute legend. Because I know he had some problems with the gas man. That's not a play on Dumber and Dumber, like the gas man that might find that amusing, like I do. This is Chris Longfellow. So he's the arse end of nowhere. Apparently he lives. But he got this to me in record time. I think this is next door to the post office or something. It's in a tiny village. So the arse end of nowhere. Great price. Like I say, it's double what I paid for the one off eBay, in better condition, and it's complete. So I've tried to cancel the eBay one. If it comes through, it comes through. I can't do much about it. But it is Galaxy Fight. That is a fucking hard one to get hold of. This is. But like, sod's law, I'll do this and there'll be like fucking 3 on CEX and 10 on eBay. But it's in great condition, Chris. I think this may have happened in post. It looks like there's a bit of the glue's come loose. Glue, sticky down, I can live with. I ain't got a problem with that. That doesn't bother me. It's all there. Gluing stuff down, yeah. It's not, the manual's immaculate. I think that's been done in post. I think it's just wobbled loose a little bit. Yeah, 'cause you can see it's just come away. But yeah, great. Apparently, not everyone's bag this game. Some people don't enjoy it. I don't know. I haven't played it. I thought being a Sunsoft game, Sunsoft generally don't do too wrong. But this is in fantastic condition, Chris. So really, really appreciate that. So the final, I'm going to say it's the last game that I needed for the full Sega Saturn set. You heard it here. The 4th collection. hopefully. I've got to go through and check them all. I'm not sure if we're in any fit condition to do that. I did check through some last week because I knew I had some come in, so I thought I'd have a quick check. There's a few omissions, so I've ordered some stuff off CX to try and, you know, fill them gaps, plug the gaps. So the last one, and like I say, it was a dig deep, but the guy's done me an absolute fucking deal on this. Really has. And that is Simon Popale. Simon Richard Popale. So I put the message on the groups, and he come back and said, well, he was very, what's the word, kind of sketchy, I suppose, a little bit. He's like, I've got that game. He goes, I've got it. He goes, it ain't going to be cheap though. I could just, you know, that's the way I was interpreting it. Like, he thought he would price me out. Well, I think that's how I was getting it, and quite rightly so. There was only one copy on eBay. I think that was in the UK, and that was 189 quid. No manual. You know, the outside and the box and that looked okay. Looked in good nick. No manual. 189 quid. There was another one which I found. Sorry, but they worded it. They hadn't put Kyo 2 in there. It was just like Kyo Sega Saturn, because I just did different searches and I found it. It's like fucking 300 quid. And I put a cheeky bid in, like just over 160 or 70 quid or whatever. It just got rejected outright. I think it was from Germany again. So there was none to be had. I was asking, but no one was willing online. So I said, put this thing on the groups, and so I said, look, these are the last. At that point, there was 3 that I needed. And Simon said, I've got that game. Ain't gonna be cheap. Ain't gonna be cheap, you know. And I sort of said to him, okay, right, well look, CX sell a boxed one, quote unquote, for 150, and they sell a mint one for, was the mint one 190, I think. I think that was right. And absolute ledge. He come back and said, well, I want 180. And I said, like, is it complete? He said, yeah, it's complete, it's in good condition, so I'll have it now. So you haven't seen it yet? I don't care. I'll have it, because I knew that was a fair price. And that's the thing with the groups. I think especially some of the sellers, they need to appreciate that, and I think the admins try and enforce this. You've got to knock 10% off, and then maybe 15%, 10% fees, and then 5% eBay, and then you're in the right ballpark. And he did that. You know, fair play to the lad. He did that. They come through, and it's awesome. It's gorgeous. It's in another protector, which I need to get. It's Kyo 2 Flying Squadron. This wasn't the last game, because it come up, you know, a while back. But it's in a nice, even like, what did he say? It was something like 180 quid with the postage. Was it 185 with the postage or something like that? And I sort of, no, it wasn't. It was less. It was less. I think he said he wanted 175. It was 175, a couple of quid postage, and I said, look, we'll just round it up to 180. I got it for 180 quid. Still a lot of money, right? Still a shit ton of money. It was 180. I got, yeah, because it's been a few weeks now. It's 180 because I rounded it up, and you sure said, yeah. Yeah, the plastic case is worth a quid on its own. So I was quite happy because, yeah, because the other one without the manual was 189. So nice. I keep saying I'm gonna get some of these, but this is in great condition. It's got a bit of a bubble, you can see it, but it looks worse on camera than it is in real life. But you can't buy it. I haven't looked. So it's been about two and a half weeks since I've had this. So I stopped looking. But pound to penny, there'll be fucking loads of them on there. But it's in great condition. Most of Saturn titles you find, I think, the insides and the manuals are always in, if they've got a manual, really good condition, generally speaking. But yeah, so Kyo 1 and 2 in the pot. Toot is up to 4 collections, 4 complete sets. Once I go through and check. Now, there are some notable ones that I am missing manuals for. This game. So I need a manual for 3 Dirty Dwarfs. I need a manual for Sega Bass Fishing. There's a few manuals that I have been missing. That I've got a few from CGX. There's still a couple of omissions. Nothing too. I think this is probably going to be the worst one, to be honest, just in price. But we're done. Sega Saturn. Done.
Oh, you bastard!
Hope you enjoyed that. Bit of an epic Tootie video. I may split it in half. I may cut it. For them that have watched the second part, I probably might cut it at the Mega CD bit. I don't know yet. We'll see. But so happy. I mean, the last sort of 6, if you like. The scintillating 6 that needed. But yeah, Highway 2000 was the actual last game that I hadn't secured. I mean, I technically secured Galaxy Fight. It just hasn't turned up today from Germany, so I don't know what that seller's doing. Piss poor, you know. Or it might turn up on the 27th of December. No, fuck off now. I've had enough. But yeah, other than if I made a complete cock up, based on Retro Collect, by the way. That should be all 269, is it? Or was that Master System? I can't remember how much is in the Sega Saturn Collect. I think it might be about 269 as well. That should be them all. We should have the full set. I'm going to need to do some major rejigging in here, because I don't want these, you know, slotted in the wrong. I don't want them just higgledy-piggledy. I want them displayed, at least like stacked on the shelf. The Wii stuff may have to go into a box, maybe, because they're, you know, they're sort of DVD cases, a bit more durable, whereas these ones tend to be, you know, especially the cardboard ones, a little bit more susceptible to shelf wear. But yeah, we're done. So Craig's here again. You were correct. You're correct, young man. Well done to you. You called it before the new year. I was saying it wasn't going to happen. Things happened in real life that have enabled this to happen. So ordinarily it probably wouldn't have done, but yeah, it's accelerated the process. So fingers crossed. I'll check through everything, and there will be a full set collection video coming up for your consumption. Right, I'm gonna go now because I'm fucking three pints in. This is a fart. Take it easy, YouTube. Many thanks again to Steve Astley and Jen Astley. Wes Harper, Chris Longfellow, Simon Popale and Paul Smith. Absolute ledges. You've done me a proud. Thanks guys. See you later. Bye bye.